Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. What's going on, y'all? Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Come on in, come on in. What's going on, y'all? Hey, Sonny. Hey, Jermaine. What's going on? You just got riders in life. These are the people who just support system. Hey guys, happy Sunday, S-O-N day, because it's his day, as y'all know. We're going to talk about an exciting topic today. It's my anniversary. Hey, anniversary. It's my anniversary. I'm excited today. Anybody else excited about your anniversaries when they come along? It's mine. People who know my story, they can tell me my story. I have people stopping me, Miss Watkins, I know your story. I know your story. Your story is similar to my story. And so for that today, this is a celebration, y'all. This is a celebration. Hey, Coach Rhonda, how you doing today? Hello, Akeisha. Welcome. Hey, Mr. Greer, how you doing today? Good to see you. Hello, Mr. Mukes. How is it going? It is my anniversary today. Many of you have heard my story. You know that on April the 4th, 2014, I got dressed for work. I woke up like any other day. And you know, anytime you got to meet with HR, y'all know HR not your friend, right? Anytime you have to meet with HR, it may be a situation. So HR was in my boss's office. And I sit down, totally oblivious to what's going on. The night before, I had been at work till 10 p.m., working 4 extra hours. I was supposed to be off at 6. And so how many of you know that when you get ready to get let go, they already knew about this way before you knew? That's what make it cold-blooded, ain't it? So I walked into work. Good morning, good morning. And I was told, Miss Watkins, we no longer need your services. So that was a bit of a blow. Just to say the least, it was a bit of a blow. Even though in my spirit, I have been feeling like I was outgrowing this job. I don't know if anybody's ever felt that. It's like I've been showing up, and I just don't feel, I feel like I'm outgrowing the situation. So I have been feeling it, and I have been saying, I'm going to find a way out. But guys, guess what? It wasn't nothing but God. It wasn't nothing but God. And so I'm going to say this to you today. It's my anniversary for entrepreneurialism. It is my anniversary for being out here as an entrepreneur. 6 years. 6 years now. And I'm excited because it was scary. It was scary, y'all. When I lost my job immediately, y'all know I picked up the phone call. I called Miss Ima. Mom, I lost my job. And she had been telling me for years, you should be your own boss. You could do what they do. And I was like, she's my mom. She's just telling me that because she loved me. But Miss Ima was right. She had been telling me what I should have known within me long before somebody else made that decision for me. But because I was bred corporate America, I went to school, got that degree, and it's prestigious to be able to say, I am this person. I have this corporate clout. I had a company car. At one time, I had a company credit card. I had an office with a door. And people celebrate corporate positions. When you are on Facebook and you say, hey guys, I got the job, you'll get 400 likes. You get 4,000 likes. But if you come onto Facebook and say, I started a business, crickets, okay? Nobody cares. Nobody's excited for you. In fact, they're not even interested. They don't even want to hear about it. So I was afraid of what people would think, what would happen with my life. I didn't have no secure check. But I knew that the feeling that I had that day, the feeling I subsequently had 6 months later after unemployment ran out. Unemployment, just so y'all know, is a portion of your check. It's a very small portion of your check. So I was was trying to make it on unemployment. And once that ran out, I met my mentor and coach in this business, Donald Bradley. And he said to me, Miss Watkins, you've been working hard, but not necessarily smart. And that's when the game changed. It was a year after I lost my job. It was in 2015 that I met Mr. Bradley and I began this journey. And so I say this to say to you today, if you have lost something today, if you have lost your job, if you don't know what you're going to do, this is the time to celebrate. I know you're saying, Miss Watkins, you must be crazy. Celebrate? Why would I be celebrating? I'm telling you to celebrate right now because you're going to discover your strength. You are going to discover your wings. You are going to discover what you really made of. See, so many people, I'm seeing people right now, unemployment. We're talking about 10 million people that have filed unemployment up until now, 10 million. They're talking about last week, 700,000 jobs were lost. So I'm saying to you that it's real. It's real. Some people are experiencing it now, but there are those of us who have been through this kind of job loss out of the blue. Many of us have experienced this before. So there are people who have been in this situation, but how did they handle it? And that's what you have to ask yourself today. I watched a movie. Y'all know we watching movies now. We have a little time to watch movies. But did y'all see Harriet? Harriet. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some likes if you like Harriet. Harriet said she was leaving. They wouldn't let her get married. They wouldn't acknowledge that she could be with her husband. There was all these things. They wouldn't give her freedom papers, even though she was supposed to be free. She just said, you know what, I'm done. She left. And when she made a decision to leave, y'all, at the beginning of the movie, when her master was right up on her, she had a choice to go back or to jump over a bridge. Harriet jumped in the water on a bridge, and she said, I'd rather die. And so it was so powerful, but she ended up jumping into the water. That almost took her out of here. And then she ended up getting all the way to Maryland. And I remember when she got to Maryland, everybody was shocked. They were like, wow, how did you do this? You didn't have any guide with you. You just did it. But when she got to Maryland, her first thought was, I want more people to feel what I feel. Whew. I got to take a sip of my tea, y'all, because I'm about to get choked up right now, and I can't be crying out my lashes. She said, I want more people to feel what I feel. And that really, when that part of the movie I want more people to feel what I feel, y'all. And y'all say, why, Miss Watkins, why are you always coming on here talking about be your own boss? You know, and it's nothing wrong with having a job. It's nothing wrong with having a job. But don't let that job ever be your end all. My message is it makes you vulnerable to anything that can happen. It makes you susceptible. That's my argument. Don't let anything have you where your whole livelihood is gone. That's my issue. It's not the job. Jobs are good. Jobs are feeding people. But if you think for 1 minute you're safe, she went back for her sister. Harriet went back for her sister. And her sister said, I'm fine. I promise I'm good. She said, no, you're not. Let's go. And she told her sister, no, I can't leave. She tried to get with her sister twice, and her sister died. She couldn't save her sister. Her sister didn't have the courage. Her sister didn't have the belief. She could not bring her sister. But she brought hundreds of people. It may not be your family. Stop trying to beg your family. Whoever is assigned to you, I promise is assigned to you. There are so many people assigned to me. When I got fired for April 4th, 2014, I didn't know that it was about my assignment. It's bigger than me. So even though that was the cutoff point to where God said, okay, let's start your journey of entrepreneurialism. It was bigger. It was my journey to 9,000 people who were connected to me, who I needed to be obedient to the process to help those people. So today, I'm celebrating. It's been 6 hard years. Has it been easy? No. Has it been like dogs? Like, Harriet had the dogs chasing her. Harriet didn't know how to get acclimated to the new ways and all of those things that people go through. And I use it as a reference point because that movie just made me think about how much of a fish out of water I was in the beginning and how scary it was and how hard it was to even, but once you get it, once she started freeing people, how many of you know she got better and better and better, and she was bolder and better and bolder, and she got more people. And that's all I do every day is have conversations with people. Because I don't want anybody to leave their boss if you don't have to. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you got to have a plan just in case. Don't ever let anybody keep you on lockdown where if they make a decision, you got to go. That's it. I was just talking with a gentleman 2 days ago in New York, a project manager. And he said, I was making 6 figures yesterday. He said, I was making 6 figures yesterday. He said they fired all the supervisors and foremen in this project. And they kept the employees that he was supervising. But there were 4 supervisors and they all lost their 6-figure jobs. And that was it. No severance. And I said, sir, I hear this story every single day. I hear it. Just like you hear nurses and doctors saying, wear your masks, wear your mask, wear your gloves. Just like you hear people saying social distancing. When you know something, when you know that you know that you know something, it's like you can't shut up about it. It's like you can't let it go. It's like you can't see people out here just like recklessly, like you just can't. And I don't care if it's me that you get with. I don't care who it is that you get with. I just want people to have a plan A, B, and C. Because what I don't want to see is good people I know in a soup kitchen or in a food bank or homeless. People that I know that could get themselves out of harm's way. You don't have to settle for that. That don't have to be your reality. When I started this journey, living at home with my mom, car repo, 0 in the bank account. But I didn't give up. That was the beginning. It was a humbling experience. But guess what? I was supposed to fight through it so that I could encourage somebody else to fight through it. Had I started my journey and I had it all going on, the story that y'all hear wouldn't be a good enough story because y'all be like, you can't relate to me, Miss Watkins, you got it. It's not 6 years ago. I didn't have it, but I fought. And there are too many people right now giving up. And I want the next 10 people to comment below, I will not give up. There's so many people giving up, just stagnant, don't want to fight, letting life beat you up. Swing back. When are you going to take your punches? When are you going to say, you know what? I got something for you, life. And I had to let my bosses know, you ain't, my bosses, many of them, some of them are my friends on Facebook. I love them. Former bosses, not the ones that fired me, but other people I've worked with in corporate. I ain't out of here. Y'all didn't break me. Corporate didn't break me. I fought. Why don't more people want to fight? Why don't more people want to take a chance on themselves? I don't understand. But what I will say is today, I'm encouraging you. It's my anniversary, y'all. 6 years on this journey of freedom. And I'm not giving up on nobody. I don't care if you give up on you. I'm not going to give up on you. I'm going to keep telling you, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And I hope that you do it with home-based business. I really do. Because it's cheap to do it. And all you need is some drive and ambition. You ain't got to go broke to do it. But whatever you do, make sure it's online. Make sure it's from home. Make sure you can build a network. Make sure you're doing it for yourself and your family and your legacy. That's all I'm saying. Because if you clocking in every single day, they can clock you out. That's all. And you may not believe it right now. That's okay. I didn't believe it until I was called into the office April the 4th of 2014. I didn't believe it, but I can tell you it happened. So hello, Dr. Reva. I see you. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Bernie. Hey, Robin. Hey, Phyllis. I see you, Mr. Eric Hawkins, my brother. Hey, Trina. Hello, Yvonne. Hi, Jess. What's going on? Yes, giving up is not an option. There is so much in store. I promise you. If you have let go now, it's okay. Because guess what? This is the beginning of your journey. This is the beginning. There is something great in store for you. If you're being forced in a different position, if things are being shifted in your life right now, that's nothing but God shifting you into position for your next assignment. That's it. You're being shifted. He can't come down and just in your ear say, okay, quit this job. You about to be connected to 10,000 people. I wouldn't have believed him. I would have been like, Lord, what? I wouldn't have believed him. But what does he do? He takes us through step by step by step. And if we're too fearful to take the steps, we never get to the destination. You got to keep going through the steps. When I think about the story of Joseph, and I think about how his brothers hated on him and how hard it was for him, he was thrown in the pit. Then he got out the pit. He ain't do nothing to deserve that. But he went through that. And then he ended up being sold. And y'all know the story. Potiphar's wife lied on him, talking about he tried to rape her. And she tried to rape him. Then he went to prison. And y'all know he still had joy in prison. He didn't give up. He didn't give up in prison. He began to speak to people and interpret dreams in prison. He began to show his spirit. And one of Pharaoh's men in prison said, Pharaoh, I was in prison. There's a guy who interprets dreams. You should talk to him. He went through all those steps to get to the prison to talk to one of Pharaoh's men. And then Pharaoh made him his right hand in the middle of a famine. In the middle of a famine. Do y'all think we're going through a famine right now? See, what I'm saying is he was elevated so his family could be okay. Right now, because of what's going on, because of the steps that we went through, I can tell you what, my family will be okay. They won't be in a soup kitchen line. I'm gonna make sure of that. Anybody else feel like you want to fight for your family? Trust God. Trust where he's moving you. Trust how he's putting you in position. Because that's what he did for Joseph, so that Joseph could then feed his family in a famine. So don't question what's going on with you. You just be diligent in your fight. You be relentless in your fight. You keep moving forward in faith. I see all these people, for the past 10, 20 years, I've seen people, I know people, they're supposed to be believers and Christians. They're supposed to be the people that they relying on God. They're having full meltdowns. I don't understand it. This would be the time that you lean on the faith you claim you have right now. Have a little faith and keep moving. Keep praying. Have a little faith and keep moving. Have a little more faith and keep moving. And I promise you, he means us well. He means us well. He's trying to help us. But many of us, because we don't get it, it's not packaged the way you want it, you reject it, you be fearful, and you get stagnant. I'm here today to tell you 6 years later, I celebrate my entrepreneurship journey. And I ask you to keep believing in you. What's going on? I see my cousin Booney. What's going on, cousin? All right, y'all, that's it. That's my anniversary message. It's my anniversary. I'm excited, y'all. Every day I wake up with joy. Every day I wake up and I say, thank you, God, for what you did, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Share this with somebody who may have lost their job and tell them there's still hope. You guys have an amazing Sunday. Continue to live a blessed life. And I promise you, He's not giving up on you. And don't you give up on yourself. Have an amazing day.